Hey guys, and welcome back to MackTen's Gimmick of the Week. This week, I've got a very special treat for you guys. This is the Wisp Ursa combination, which is quite possibly the most obnoxious thing you can do in a game of Dota 2. For this week, basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your boots of speed on your Wisp as soon as possible. It's not 100% required, but it will really help you because the Wisp needs to be able to keep up with the Ursa and maintain the tether. Ursa, on the other hand, boots first is almost a must. And actually, I would recommend the Ursa to get fast boots, a fast stout shield, and then things like Healing Salve, Clarity should be bought by the Wisp or another support that can just throw it his way. It's not something that you could. This gimmick is again on my Gimmick of the Week show, so it's not something that's too reliable for pro games or serious games, but for pub games, this is one of the most dominating strategies you can do. It's kind of boring for the Wisp, but as you can see, you will inflict fear and terror and all sorts of other terribleness into your enemies. Okay, she is dead. Now Shadow Fiend's gonna die too, because you both have boots and you're both tethered, so you get the movement speed bonus. Shadow Fiend does not have movement speed, and therefore he's just going to die. You're gonna cross him with the tether for the stun, and he is dead. One thing I want to point out is that usually on an Ursa, you want to get yourself Vladimir's Offering as fast as possible. When you're doing this build, you still want to get your Vlads as your first big item, but you want to get Phase Boots beforehand so that you have that little bit of pathing, and so that you have a little bit of extra movement speed. Movement speed is key, because once you get your hands on somebody, like once I get my hands on this TA is going to die. There's no question about it. So it's just a matter of how Ursa can engage. Then you want to naturally go on, get your Vlads, go get Roach, do all those normal things, the cheesy things that Ursa does. But in this build, you do want to get those face boots first so you can sink your claws into a juicy, delicious hero morsel. And Wisp just basically gives Ursa the mobility he needs to be able to constantly get kills. It's a really, really, really strong combination, especially early game. Well, we're already 3-1 at the 3-minute mark, so we're doing pretty well. Let me speed this up just a little bit. Do we get a kill here? We don't get a kill here. Let me speed this up to like right around here. Is this where we get a kill? I think we just killed that TA. Yeah, we just killed that TA. Okay. Alright, but anyway, another thing that I want to point out is the build. So for the Wisp, you want to max out Tether first, obviously, like hands down, that is your first skill, followed by Spirits, and then Overcharge last, and you want to get your ultimate at the standard 6, 11, 12. Ursa's the same way, except you kind of want to get, Overpower maxed before you max out Fury Swipes, but that's almost a matter of personal preference. If you really want to get Fury Swipes first, you can. It doesn't really matter too much either way, but, and then the ultimate, I would generally say 6, 11, and 16 as well. It's a pretty solid ultimate, so I'd say get that at the 6, 11, and 16 standards as well, and try to max Overpower and Fury Swipes by 9. I mean, it's an A-move build. Like, it doesn't really matter if you have an extra point in Overpower and extra point in Fury Swipes. You're going to be killing them anyway, but generally speaking, I would say get Overpower maxed out first, followed by Fury Swipes. And this TA doesn't realize that we have a Sentry Ward there, so she is going to get a Bear Hug. And now and it's gone. So she dies. Again, I think he's just going to chill back here for a little while. Let's fast forward just a little bit. 10 minutes. We're going to be about the 13-minute mark. Too far. Oops. Still, I don't know. Maybe we're okay right now. Okay, yeah, too far. Okay. Okay, here we go. There's a DD here, and because we have it warded, because Wisp is really mobile, and therefore he can throw up wards all the time when you're roaming with your Ursa, we see that there's a DD, that the TA left there for some reason that I don't know. I'm going to TP down here where I see 3 heroes, because none of them have a reliable stun that could stop Ursa from killing all of them. So, and the DD rune here is absolutely great. I mean, this is a blast. And he dies right at the last second, and we're back. And now it's time to go eat the TA again, and she's gonna die pretty soon. I want to point out that Ursa already has his Vlad's, his phase boots, and he's working towards his next big item. I don't remember what that is. And TA is just dead. So this is like a pretty solid exaggeration of what this combination can do, but this is not far from the truth. The Wisp Ursa combo is actually really solid. In fact, for a really long time, the person with the most number of wins, I think, in the entire world out of Dota 2 players, as far as like pubs go, was someone that played a Wisp, and the number 2 person was a friend of his that played Ursa with him. So this is really solid. A load of fun. The laughs will never stop. But it's kind of a troll build, but it's a blast. So remember, boots first. You want to get Tranquil boots on the Wisp, phase boots on the Ursa, and if you're the Wisp, your job is to continuously stay tethered to the Ursa. If you're the Ursa, your job is to give people bear hugs. If you run through someone with phase boots and you have tether on you, it acts like Centaur's ultimate, or his old ultimate almost. You just path through someone and stun them, and then you can just burn all your cooldowns and instantly kill them. So that's been this week's Gimmick of the Week. I hope you guys liked it. Please feel free to leave me any sort of feedback. Also, you get a BKB on Ursa. It should be a standard item on him after you get your Vlads. But thanks for watching. I will see you next week. I'm thinking about doing a couple other videos about different things, but I really like this Gimmick of the Week series because it lets me make videos about cheeky, cheesy shit that I like to do in lane sometimes. So anyway, have fun, and I'll see you next week.